Su-34 fighter jets land in Crimea. Everything seems normal. The pilots relax, the ground crews work. Then, seconds later, a sudden strike hits the airbase. The timing is flawless, the execution shocking. Ukraine pulled off a precision attack in real time. High-value jets are destroyed, security fails, and no one expected it. This changes the battlefield forever. Stay with me to uncover exactly how it happened. Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are diving deep into a shocking development in Crimea. Recently, Russian Su-34 fighter jets landed at a Crimean airbase, which was considered a secure zone by the Russian military. Ground crews moved swiftly to prepare the jets, assuming everything was normal. The pilots were confident, believing the landing site was safe. However, intelligence reports reveal that Ukraine had been closely monitoring these movements for days. Using precise timing and advanced reconnaissance, Ukrainian forces identified the exact landing schedules of the Su-34 jets. As the aircraft touched down, Ukrainian operatives prepared a strike, ensuring maximum effectiveness. The operation was designed to happen in seconds, leaving the Russian crews no time to react. This event highlights not only Ukraine's military capabilities, but also their strategic patience and planning. By striking immediately after the jets landed, Ukraine demonstrated their ability to turn even secure zones into vulnerable targets. This incident also sends a clear message regarding the ongoing conflict in Crimea. It emphasizes that no area is entirely safe, even for high-value military assets. As we continue, we will break down the strike's execution, timing, and its broader consequences for the region. The strike on the Su-34 jets in Crimea was not only unexpected but also remarkably precise. Ukrainian forces carefully calculated the timing, ensuring the jets were fully on the ground and vulnerable. Reconnaissance drones and satellite intelligence provided exact landing windows. By the time the jets were taxiing and ground crews were attending to them, the strike was launched. The operation relied on both modern weaponry and careful planning, highlighting the integration of technology in modern warfare. Such precision attacks demonstrate Ukraine's growing capability to challenge even high-value Russian military assets. This also has a psychological impact, showing that even heavily fortified bases are not immune to well-timed strikes. Military analysts suggest that the operation required patience, intelligence, and accurate coordination, which Ukraine successfully achieved. Every second of delay could have risked failure, emphasizing the meticulous planning behind this strike. The Su-34 jets are considered critical for Russia's air operations, making this strike significant in both tactical and symbolic terms. Moreover, the attack underscores the vulnerability of aircraft on the ground, even in supposed secure zones. The incident will likely influence future Russian defensive strategies in Crimea, forcing adjustments in base security, operational timing, and surveillance measures. Overall, this event marks a turning point in battlefield dynamics, with Ukraine proving its strategic precision. Following the strike on the Su-34 jets, analysts began examining the implications for the broader conflict in Crimea. The event revealed weaknesses in Russian airbase security, particularly regarding surveillance and rapid response capabilities. Russian military planners will now be forced to reassess protocols to prevent similar attacks in the future. The precision strike by Ukraine not only damaged high-value aircraft, but also sent a warning about the reach and efficiency of Ukrainian intelligence operations. For the pilots and ground crews, the incident created a heightened sense of vulnerability, potentially impacting morale. Commanders are likely reviewing operational procedures to reduce exposure during aircraft landings and maintenance. The event also highlights the changing nature of warfare, where real-time intelligence, satellite imagery, and advanced targeting play critical roles. Ukraine's ability to integrate these technologies effectively demonstrates a shift in strategic advantage, at least in tactical operations. The strike will also influence the regional power balance, as other military installations may now be considered susceptible to similar attacks. Additionally, the political implications are significant, as the event showcases Ukraine's capability to challenge Russian forces in contested regions. Military experts believe that future engagements in Crimea may involve more sophisticated surveillance and precision strikes, forcing both sides to innovate constantly. The Su-34 strike is therefore not just an isolated incident, but part of a larger strategic narrative in the conflict. The operational execution of the strike on the Su-34 jets demonstrates a high level of coordination and planning by Ukrainian forces. Every phase, from intelligence gathering to the timing of the attack, was meticulously calculated. Ground personnel and pilots were unaware of the imminent danger, which allowed Ukraine to strike at the most effective moment. Analysts note that successful precision strikes require synchronization between reconnaissance, communications, and weapon delivery systems. In this case, Ukrainian forces combined these elements to achieve maximum impact. The strike also illustrates the vulnerability of high value aircraft when stationary, emphasizing the importance of secure hangars, protective shelters, and rapid response defenses. For Russia, the incident is a critical lesson in operational security, highlighting the need for constant vigilance and updated defensive protocols. Observers argue that the strike may influence future strategic deployments, with Russia potentially relocating critical aircraft to more secure or dispersed locations. Additionally, the strike's timing indicates Ukraine's ability to monitor enemy movements closely, providing a tactical advantage in contested areas. The psychological effect of such attacks cannot be underestimated, as they instill caution and hesitation in enemy operations. Overall, the Su-34 strike is a textbook example of combining intelligence, technology, and precise execution in modern warfare. Ukraine's approach here could shape future engagements and set new standards for operational efficiency in high-stakes military actions. The aftermath of the strike has triggered a re-evaluation of Russia's defensive posture in Crimea. Security analysts suggest that this incident will have long-term implications for Russian military strategy, particularly in airbase management and aircraft protection. The Su-34 jets, as high-value assets, represent significant investment and operational capability. Their vulnerability on the ground exposes weaknesses that Ukraine has effectively exploited. The strike also demonstrates the power of intelligence-led operations in modern conflict scenarios, where timing and reconnaissance can outweigh sheer numbers. Ukrainian forces showcased not only patience, but also advanced technological integration, using surveillance tools to monitor enemy movements in real time. This event may prompt changes in the deployment of aircraft, with increased use of hardened shelters or dispersal across multiple locations to reduce exposure. Military strategists are also examining the impact on morale, as the ability to strike at high-value targets can influence both confidence and operational decisions. For the broader battlefield, the Su-34 strike highlights a shift towards precision engagements and the need for constant vigilance. Analysts predict that Russia may implement stricter protocols, including enhanced monitoring, drone patrols, and rapid response measures to prevent similar attacks. Meanwhile, Ukraine gains both tactical advantage and strategic messaging power, reinforcing its capability to strike critical assets with minimal warning. The precision strike against the Su-34 jets underscores the evolution of modern military tactics. Ukraine's ability to combine reconnaissance, timing, and technology showcases a strategic approach that extends beyond conventional battlefield engagements. The operation highlights the vulnerability of aircraft during landing and ground operations, a lesson applicable to all military forces operating in contested regions. Intelligence gathering, including satellite surveillance and drone monitoring, played a critical role in determining the exact moment to execute the strike. Timing was everything, as the jets had to be stationary and personnel present for maximum effect. Analysts note that this incident also serves as a demonstration of Ukraine's operational patience and planning skills. Military observers suggest that such attacks could influence both immediate tactical decisions and long-term strategy, forcing adjustments in deployment patterns and base security. The psychological impact on Russian forces is significant, as it challenges the perception of safety even within fortified areas. For Ukraine, the strike is a showcase of precision and control, reinforcing its strategic capabilities. Lessons from this operation will likely be studied by military analysts worldwide, providing insight into the integration of intelligence, technology, and tactical execution in modern warfare. Overall, the incident represents a turning point, highlighting the increasing importance of intelligence-led operations in shaping battlefield outcomes. Following the strike, analysts began assessing potential countermeasures Russia might implement. Given the high-value nature of the Su-34 jets, securing future landings becomes a priority. Experts suggest several adjustments, including increased use of hardened aircraft shelters, dispersal of critical assets, and enhanced surveillance of airbase surroundings. The strike also reveals that real-time intelligence and careful observation can dramatically alter operational risk, making previously secure locations vulnerable. Ukrainian forces leveraged these vulnerabilities effectively, demonstrating strategic insight and technical proficiency. The strike also raises questions about command and control protocols, with implications for both immediate tactical responses and broader strategic planning. Russian military planners may implement rapid reaction units, increase patrols, or integrate more advanced monitoring systems to counter potential threats. Beyond operational adjustments, the incident is likely to influence morale, highlighting the psychological impact of precision strikes on enemy personnel. The timing of the attack, immediately following the jet's landing, underscores the value of patience and intelligence in modern warfare. Analysts also note that the event may set a precedent for future engagements, emphasizing the increasing role of technology, reconnaissance, and precision in determining battlefield outcomes. For Ukraine, the successful strike strengthens credibility and showcases its ability to challenge even fortified enemy assets effectively. The broader implications of the Su-34 strike extend into regional security and international perception. Ukraine's capability to monitor and strike high-value Russian assets highlights its growing proficiency in modern warfare techniques. This may influence diplomatic discussions, military assistance considerations, and international assessments of the ongoing conflict in Crimea. Russia is likely to review its defensive posture, considering both physical infrastructure and operational protocols. Enhanced surveillance, rapid response teams, and tactical dispersal of aircraft are expected as countermeasures. The strike also demonstrates the effectiveness of intelligence-led operations in shaping strategic advantage, reinforcing the value of patience and precision. Analysts suggest that future engagements may increasingly rely on technology-driven reconnaissance, drone surveillance, and rapid decision-making processes. The psychological impact on Russian forces is significant, as high-value assets can no longer be assumed safe within their bases. The event also conveys a message to international observers about Ukraine's operational capabilities and strategic patience. Additionally, the strike may influence how other military forces approach base security, aircraft deployment, and intelligence integration. Overall, the Su-34 incident is not merely a tactical engagement, but a case study in modern warfare, illustrating how intelligence, timing, and execution converge to create decisive results on the battlefield. The aftermath of the Su-34 strike also highlights lessons for global military strategy. The event showcases how careful monitoring, precise timing, and intelligence integration can transform conventional operations into highly effective tactical strikes. Ukraine's approach exemplifies the growing importance of technology in modern conflict, where real-time surveillance and rapid decision-making are critical. Military analysts emphasize that the strike demonstrates vulnerability, even in fortified zones, challenging traditional assumptions about safe operational areas. The impact on personnel morale, both for Russian crews and command structures, is substantial, influencing subsequent operational decisions. Strategically, the incident may encourage more cautious deployment of high-value assets, including aircraft dispersal, protective shelters, and enhanced security protocols. Furthermore, the strike reinforces the value of patience in operational planning, illustrating how calculated timing can yield significant results. Ukraine's ability to strike immediately after the jets landed reflects a combination of skill, intelligence, and technical proficiency. Observers note that such operations may redefine the standards for precision strikes in contemporary warfare, influencing both defensive and offensive strategies worldwide. The successful execution also positions Ukraine as a capable and adaptive military actor, able to exploit vulnerabilities and execute high-impact operations in contested regions. Lessons learned from this engagement will likely inform military doctrines and strategic planning in the future, emphasizing intelligence, timing, and technological integration as key components of modern conflict. In conclusion, the Su-34 strike in Crimea exemplifies a turning point in tactical military operations. Ukraine's precise timing, use of intelligence, and integration of technology demonstrate the evolution of modern warfare. The operation not only damaged high-value assets, but also sent a psychological message to enemy forces, emphasizing vulnerability even in fortified locations. Russian military planners are likely reassessing their operational protocols, base security, and intelligence measures to prevent future incidents. The strike reinforces the importance of patience, observation, and precision, highlighting how smaller, while coordinated actions can yield significant strategic results. Furthermore, the engagement underscores the changing nature of conflict, where technology and real-time intelligence are just as important as traditional firepower. For Ukraine, the successful strike enhances credibility, demonstrates operational competence, and showcases the ability to exploit opportunities in contested zones. Analysts will continue to study the event for lessons in coordination, timing, and technological application. It also serves as a reminder to military forces worldwide that even secure locations require constant vigilance. As this conflict continues, incidents like the Su-34 strike will shape strategies, morale, and future engagements. If you found this analysis insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates and in-depth coverage of ongoing events around the world.